First, we're going to deal with these coffee bean prices. They've gone up across the world, and that's being passed on to you, whether you buy a bag of ground coffee or a latte at Starbucks.
Guess who's in this morning? Calvert Collins live at a local coffee shop to tell us about more on this story. It's going up, Calvert.
I know, it's deja vu, guys. Well, yes, coffee prices, the owner here at Sambalatte in Boca Park has certainly seen the jump in coffee prices. In fact, he went to an international conference just a couple of weeks ago about that jump in prices. The reason, more demand, because there are more people drinking coffee, believe it or not, these days, particularly in China and India. But the harvest, however, has not been as good, which is currently going on in Brazil right now. The company that sells Folgers and Dunkin' Donuts brand coffees at the grocery stores announced an 11% increase in prices for its coffee products. Now, that's the second increase of the year for the store-bought coffee. Starbucks is in the same boat, raising its prices for bagged coffee as much as 17% because of the demand for unroasted beans. Coffee drinkers we spoke to said they don't mind paying more for their beloved Java.
You adapt in different ways when there's something that you really like and you want to keep that special flavor, that special thing in your life, you adapt some other way.
Whether it goes up or not, I'm still going to buy it because I love coffee and I have to have it every day.
Coffee has seen the biggest spike among some of the grocery store products, but bread, milk, eggs, cheese, and ground beef are not far behind thanks to growing demand and tight supplies of wheat, corn, and other key commodities. The price for each of those has jumped more than a dime, and they may be jumping more for these different coffees as well. Now, we're talking about ground coffee, not as much here at the coffee store if you're maybe just buying a cup of cappuccino or a latte, but it's actually the ground coffee. That's because 80% of Americans, we're actually the largest coffee consuming nation in the world. 80% of us drink our coffee at home. Only about 9% of the population actually goes to Starbucks or a drive-thru on their way to work. So there's still the demand, but like I mentioned, that harvest, not so good this year. So we'll be paying a little bit more for that cup of joe. Back to you guys.
All right. Seems like everything's going up. Thanks, Calvert.